So we recently announced the existence of Maastr, which is an AI-based cloud mastering program. It's going to have more features than you can ever imagine once we're fully up and running, but we have started the invite-only trials. The back end of the mastering engine is, for all intents and purposes, complete, and it sounds amazing. So I wanted to show you how it sounds across a few different genres right now. We've got a rock mix, we've got a hip-hop mix here, and we also have an indie rock mix too. So let's start by listening to this rock mix from the rough mix that we started with. Awesome. Now let's switch this over and listen to the mastered version. So something to note is that, again, this is touch-free. This intelligently, algorithmically made all of these decisions. So a lot of what it does is it's going to analyze the waveform, and it's going to look for very specific things, and it's going to calibrate itself based on the input material. And we can sort of showcase that by moving along here. We'll take some audio that sounds nothing like that rock mix, and this is sort of hip-hop, a chill, laid-back, mostly electronic mix, and we'll see how it did with that. Cool, pretty well balanced, a little bass heavy. Let's listen to the Maastr version now. Pretty much a world of difference. And again, this is the exact same process, completely invisible to the user. You feed it, it learns, and it turns around a master very, very quickly for you. You know, traditional mastering can take anywhere from, you got to email the guy and then you get a quote, and hopefully you like the quote and it's not too expensive, and then you got to fit into their schedule. And, you know, if you're lucky, you have a master back in a week or so. This is about a 5-minute per track turnaround time. We're still testing and evaluating that, but imagine something that is completely unique, will be different with every mix you give it. This is far from a static set of parameters or anything like that. This is intelligently listening to your audio and making decisions based on that. Professional quality for a fraction of the cost in a fraction of the time. Lastly, we're going to listen to this indie rock mix. And like I said, how everyone is different, this is a really good example of that. So let's have a look here at the highest dynamic part. This song stays pretty chill. Let's go to some vocals, if I can find some. Awesome. But then by the end of the song, it totally blows up. Well, Maastr sees this and is intelligent enough and smart enough to realize that it needs to set its maximum loudness levels based on the loudest part of the waveform. So this is something I wrote by hand, where you go in and it's going to analyze everything. It's going to find and feed the loudest part. That's yet another bit of information that it's ascertaining. So you don't have to worry about songs. Like if you have very strong dynamic, like this song has pretty strong dynamics, right? You've got a kind of low part for the whole song, and then it blasts at the end. No matter what the dynamic composition of your song is, you're going to be handled. Why don't we go back now and we'll listen to the mastered version. So we can see over here is it's retaining a lower RMS level, average volume for people who don't know what that is, so that it can save it for the end. It intelligently knows that the end of the song is the crescendo, and for that reason, we are not going to deliver in volume until we hit that moment. So now imagine being able to iterate to all of your clients way better results. And instead of having to make these judgment calls in the mix where you say, hey, okay, I'm going to make the snare a little louder because that usually gets buried during mastering, or I'm going to make these decisions based on the fact that when I typically get masters back, they sound a certain way, and I'm sort of compensating for that in the mix. This is not like that at all. Now we can delete the middleman. You can deliver mastered tracks by using Maastr to your clients, and there will be no, what's this going to sound like when it's mastered? You will be able to work on final product alone. So this is an incredibly powerful and amazing tool. We are opening our initial trial run. It's gonna be invite only, first come, first serve. And I'm really excited to see what everybody thinks of this. We're really proud of it. And I hope you sign up.